Alright, welcome back everyone. Here we are after a few days of building. Got beginnings of a nice little store here. I think it's really come together. I think those first few days were pretty tedious, but I think it's really worked into a good looking situation now. Still got a little ways to go, but I'm real pleased with how it's going. If you're new here, this is what I do. I buy these kits and build them step by step, mostly in real time. You get to see all my successes and all my failures, and how hopefully fix those inevitable failures as they come up. Upload daily and just try and have a good time. We're not solving the world's problems, just building silly little models, having a bit of fun. If you see any kits or builds or sets you want to take a shot at, feel free to drop in the comments. I'm always looking to add onto my list. And like I always say, I've got the most intelligent audience on YouTube because y'all provide me with nothing but the best options. So, with that being said, we're ready for step 46. And I think, if all goes well, we will finish up tonight. Don't have a tremendous amount to do, but there is a bit with quite a few little bits and details on it, but I think it's going to be attainable. Get the brackets in place there, and then you go in the lower holes here. Yep. There it goes. And this other shelf on the next one up. And forgot about now the old phone stand out because we got to fill that shelf up with all our goodies. So starting off over here. Get this one, plain blue one, like the fancy blue one, and another red one. Okay. And let's turn this up just a little bit straighter maybe. I'm going to give it a go with the old B7000. See if that's tacky enough to hold it in place. Okay, actually, it's going around the corner with this one. Let's start off with the... Well, that way. Right there, and I think I wiped all my glue off, so let me try that again. There we go. And fancy schmancy blue guy. And this might be where I decide I'm going to go back to the hot glue gun now. Into the corner. Yeah, I think I might have to. Let's see how much it slides when I put these other two guys on, and we'll decide if that's where I'm going to go with it. Yeah, I can't even hold on to them. It's probably... Okay. Stand it up a little bit further, maybe. Stay still. Okay, looks like that's going to do it. Let's go ahead and put the tweezers on first before I... Make sure I'm clear of the back of the shelf for sure. I think this one actually a little bit too far. Slide you a little bit that way. Okay. And let's see here. Next comes Pictures are really small here. These blue one, and here's one of those. I don't guess it really matters which, they're just going to be displayed on the shelf. As long as you get the basic premise down, I think it'll be all right. There. Try and get reasonably closely spaced out. And then, actually, I think I'm going to need to move it down because I've got supposed to put this guy on here. So I'm just going to cut it off there. Velvet. And we're supposed to put our crowns on our little velvet dealio. Okay. And all right. Okay. Now on the under shelf, I believe I'll start on this end and work my way over to the front one. I think I can lean you over a little bit to see what's going on in here. First thing, our magic staff goes onto our little bracket we made there. Of course, it's top heavy, so it's gonna be a problem, but I think you just a little hot glue in that first bracket. That should be enough to lock it in. That seems to be, yeah, I think that'll do the trick. these little bottles. I'm trying to mix and match them a little bit. We're big guys. This one along the other shelf. Yeah, okay, so this is the way they've got them spaced out in the instructions. I did have one book left over. See if I can find a spot for it at some point. See how much space I've got left on my shelves. Maybe I can have it standing somewhere here. Okay. Okay, and this one actually has a label on it, so I'm going to try and make it facing forward. These little guys, I think I'm gonna try and get hot glue gun tied out. Uh-oh, I think I ran out of juice. Turn double red. I'm not sure what double red means. Maybe your battery's dead. Okay, I got a blue. Okay. We'll go again with another one with a label on it, so I'll make sure get towards the middle of the room. Okay. Right. Okay, like I said, I had the one extra book left. I don't really see anything. Any space anywhere else I can sort of have it. Ooh, there we go. I'm gonna have it sitting there on our stool. Just because I think that'd be, because why not? Since we got it, might as well have it out. Just do me a little. Okay. Those things will probably never be seen, but okay. Now, so that's all our tiny pieces used up. Now we're supposed to mount this guy up here above this Just a lid to one of my bottles. There it went. Okay. Okay, so we got those. So that fell off from what? Ah, right there. So I'm not going to try and put that back on. I value my sanity too much. Let's see, if I put my... Okay. That completes that for the moment, so I'm going to set you up here to let that glue get a little more sticky. And we'll go on to our next little bit. So we got our front step and sidewalk area. Let's see. Let's put on here. And this guy. Let's it's supposed to work. Okay. And this goes in here. So bring you back out. And then you go in here, here, and here. Okay. That one didn't like it. It's not cooperating there. Okay. Just didn't want to snug in on her on this one. See, it's not. Okay. Oh, there it went. A little extra encouragement. It's still a little wonky here on the foot. Okay, so we do that. And put the back of our building in here. So we got these two studs there and there, and that just goes. It's got a couple of hot glue strings here. This is tricky. Actually, pop this back off again because I'm about to break it anyway. That was serious. It did not want to go in there. And since I pop that thing off again, let me come here. I think I'll say this one's pretty much destroyed anyway on this little stud, so I'm gonna break off one of them. Count on the other two to hold it together. Actually, I'm breaking off both of them because they're not cooperating with me. We'll throw in a touch of glue in that corner to make sure it does stay there. There we go. Okay. What do we got? Back of our store in place. Everything did knock over a little beaker there. This didn't get clearance on that shelf. It's staying attached at least. That's good. I think that'll be alright. Okay. Now, get our lights out. I did test these, didn't I? I think I did. Yeah, they're all on. That one first. Hopefully you guys. Okay. So this guy. Figure out which way. Okay, so it goes in. Yeah, that's our front there. This guy comes in here. Does it lock in? No, it does not. Okay, it doesn't say anything about glue, but I'm gonna put a little glue around the edge here to make sure it stays where I want it to be. Sort of staying, but it's not like, doesn't feel permanent. Okay, maybe keep it in place. Yeah. Let's go down. Got all the tabs to get into here. Go on the back first, I believe. And walls, maybe. Okay, there. I was not expecting it to go that well. Thought that was gonna. I figured that would fight me all the way along, but popped in pretty good. I missed the green on the stud, so I can't touch that up in situ. Yeah. Give that a little spin, make sure that glue gets, I think is that staying. Okay. So, I'm actually going to get you back out of the way because this side goes on next. Got wash studs top and bottom. Oh, and actually the back too. Okay, so this one should be fun. Those two went right. Now, let's see here. Looks like shelves are pretty close, but you can't get. Maybe actually. There, put the top on. Okay, hang on, maybe. Get in through here. Can't get in to put pressure back there. Okay. I think, yeah, the light's in the way to put pressure. Okay. Okay. So this one is going to come back out. Now, I think I can slide it in and drop it now. I hope. Oh, other way. And okay. Yeah, that's not ideal, but got it in there, got it mounted, everything straightened up. And see another green one I missed. here too. Yep. Did this one beforehand. And pick here. Okay, that one needs to be gray. It's not gray, but it fades to the almost a pretty good color, matching up to what we're going to be doing. Okay. And still hanging up tight there. And oh, I forgot to say, I did check earlier. My roses did stay in place, so they stuck to something down there. Now this one has just got the 3. So there's nothing on the shelves to bond to, so this should be the easier side, hopefully. Steps are causing me an issue here. These really line up once again exactly right, but I think it's not going to go anywhere. It's sort of Alright, so that down good on you. The structural parts are all in nice and good. Okay. So that was step 47. Set you aside for the moment. 48 should be pretty straightforward. Just gonna peel here. You go on this guy. And make sure I stay clear of all of my holes here. Should be pretty good shape like that. Not a lot of room to play with here, so I'm going to go right with the edge. Okay, everything shows in there. That's what you want. And that's all there was for 48. On to 49, which is this box. Bucket, bowl, whatever I mean to say here. And a little LED strip light there. this a peel and stick or not? I don't think so. I think it's just. Oh, do it with the yellow side out. It goes in here and much longer than the one they show in the instruction manual. No way there's, I think I'm gonna have to glue this down. There's no way that's. This is a. Okay, yeah, because the light comes off of here to light up our sign. So yeah, we definitely need just a touch here. It's way too curly to. It's a little flexible, but it's. I don't think it's gonna stay in place. Okay, so. Well, look, here's halfway. Yeah, I think my battery's dying because it's taking a long time to go blue. Nope. Now do it. And turn you off and plug you in. Okay. And hope I don't need that anymore. Okay, so this guy's go in this. And this is the 5 centimeter LED at the bottom. Trying to see where a third LED goes. Doesn't. Okay, yeah it does. Okay. So this goes in there. And this one's like that. These brackets over are not a very flexible accordion piece. So, put you in here. And up. That feels very bad. Now, hope that glue. Yeah, seems like it's secure on this light. Okay. Oh no, I was wrong. It is the short one goes in here. Okay, so it's going into this hole. And this one goes into that hole. Okay. Get you mounted first. There. think it's going anywhere. Seems to be fairly wedged in place. This one, I'll throw a dab of glue under here. It stays down. Okay. Let's go into the back. Now, bring our sign in the front. Done tore my it's done come undone, so now my LEDs aren't facing forward because I don't think this is the let's say it's the picture on the instruction manual is the wiring doesn't look like this. Throw some V7000 on this. That didn't work. I think clamps won't do any good on this one. We'll make sure we get the lights going forward so it'll light up our sign. Oh, yeah, I couldn't see any of that even. I forgot about this thing in the way. Let's say my hot glue broke free on that first one. That's still in. So I just put a little glue in there and let's give it a second to hopefully get sticky. And you know, I'm looking at this, I think they gave me a couple of spares on this thing. I think I'm going to try mount these three here and then punch the one in back there rather than the other way around. Okay. So that's about as stiff an accordion piece as I've ever dealt with. I don't understand these brackets. I guess that's to keep spacer for the sign. Must be. Because that seems to be just in the way of our light. Yeah, I'm going to pull these brackets. I don't think that's necessary. I'll glue down through here. Okay, I'm gonna clamp this down and give it a few minutes to dry and hope that glue holds things in place. And then I'll come back and we'll hopefully make a quick run at the very end of this. I think I'm ready to go. So I'll do that. I'll be right back and we will wrap this thing up in no time flat, I'm sure. Famous last words. Okay, hadn't been that long, but I think it's been long enough for it to get a little sticky. Okay, and now let's see about putting this guy in. He's got. We'll start with that one. These guys in. Okay, there it went. Okay, not too bad. And I do think that's the way to do it. I can't imagine trying to line all these things up while that thing's in place. Seems like it would be very much a difficult way to do it. Okay. So where'd I go? Lost my place. Okay, got my hat there. Now working on back here, just gotta get our battery box ready. And our last, I think we're actually on. No. No. Okay, so these guys, got my steps conflated. Yeah, because putting that on was putting this. Yeah, this started at 50 when I started putting the sign in place. Okay, so it looks like all our wires are supposed to come out over here, including our battery box. Yeah, okay. So these two over here and this one's over there. We're going to have about to put in. Okay, so let's see, put our brackets in place. So you I think, yep, just tore that loose. Get both these guys into. These two. Oh, the third one catches these two. Got a little separator guy. It's going to create our battery compartment. And supposedly, okay, so this is also different because according to the picture, the battery will slide out here. Or the battery box will slide out, so they've changed that as well. Okay. To our. Wait a second. Okay. So now this guy, plug in all our wires here. Battery on this one. So these. Okay. That's up. Got fair amount of light on the inside there. Yeah, it does a good job showing off all our once again not getting light on that, guys. Okay, so they both got to be plugged in to get light. Okay, that one is finally lightened up there. Yeah, getting good bit of light on the interior. It's a nice soft glow. You get sort of yellowish light. Looks good with all our stuff in there. Yes, I like it. All right. So, lights back on here. And thought this was working as a touch sensor though a minute ago. Oh well, I've got the power button so I can do this. Yeah, it doesn't appear to be working. Maybe it'll work once I get it installed all the way. Okay, so this guy goes on. Looks like we're supposed to brace it there on top of our. Maybe not. Maybe it's supposed to be over here. That's saying glue it, but I'll just I got some two-sided tape dots here. Forget which one I left it behind. Okay, so yeah. Stay clear the sensor. That doesn't appear to be working. Let's see, you're supposed to go there. Up you down. And go off the wires in. Obviously that one didn't work. Place. Yeah, evidently at some point tonight my touch sensor broke. But it's got a switch on the box. I'm okay with that. Okay, one last bit. Maybe we'll just have to start doing that. Turn it off and on, which honestly, sort of, like I told you on the TARDIS build, I prefer the manual switch to the touch sensor anyway. But got a cover for our battery box here. These guys, put this guy in here. And that's our cover, so just pop you open to get access to our lights. And speaking of which, I just saw the got some more. It's not a perfect match, but a little bit of a camouflage anyway. Just doesn't stand out like crazy on it. Lights. Kill all these lights. And make one last nice look at it. Okay. And this sign is not as bright in person. It is a nice glow like the rest of it. And sporadically, actually now you can see the overhead light isn't working again. So I think I might have a bad circuit board there. I think that might be my issue. That's I don't know if I'll go into the trouble of troubleshooting that or not. I probably won't. But I could replace that with the, I should be able to, since I'm not using the touch sensor, I should just be able to take that out and hot wire all those together. Like I say, I'm not going to do that tonight though. But that's a nice, really nice little build for this. I think it was about a $30 price point. You know, it's a little, like I was saying last night, it's a little more, it's a shallower than the normal book nooks I do. Usually they're more like probably this deep. So this one really sort of sit back in between the books and have like a nice little recessed scenes. I think that'd be cool. I do like the door and the cat door on here. It seems like when I bought it, they had like a little cat coming through her cat door. So I think that was actually what sort of inspired me to buy it. But, all our little bits and bobs in there look cool. A lot of work on getting the nice side. I didn't really enjoy making all those little bottles, but I think it really is worth it in the end to get all the nice little refractions and reflections and facets hitting everything. Yeah, if you got the patience to build those bottles, this one is really worth the investment, I think. I think it's just a really good looking kit. A little unique in the scale and the size. Not sure, it just occurred to me you can't have it in the middle of the books because you got your rose garden here on the side, so that would be interference, so there would have to be a book end more than a book nook. But other than that, yeah, I like it. I think this is worth picking up, worth doing, fun little build. I gotta say, give it to the recommend. But that being said, that'll finish us up for tonight. Thanks for watching, everybody. Like, subscribe, comment, complain, share, do whatever you want to with all that. Be good to one another, stay safe, and click on a link. There's my channel over there if you'd like to subscribe. There's my other channel. I'll send me do experiments. Someday I'm going to get back into doing that. This is what YouTube thinks you should be watching, and that is the playlist for this whole build. I'll see you tomorrow.